Precious.
What is up, everybody? Crocodile King here. Welcome to my overdue reaction to Death Battle Season 9, Episode 15, Arthas the Lich King versus Sauron. Okay, if you couldn't tell by my intro there, I love Lord of the Rings, and I'm very biased towards Sauron in this particular matchup. But, as usual, we'll wait for the analysis, but I'm gonna be honest, I still think that, like, just based on what I've seen in Lord of the Rings, I honestly think that Sauron could win because he's a master manipulator. Like, even if his body is destroyed, he still lives on through the ring, and if anyone ever puts the ring on or is even in close contact with it, he can immediately possess them into doing his bidding, at least to an extent. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a whole lot about the Lich King because I haven't played Warcraft. But again, we'll wait for the analysis before I make a final prediction. But I'm hoping that Sauron will win. But we'll see. So let's just not waste any time and get into this. Okay, the episode's up. We are ready. And again, I'm really hoping that Sauron will win, but we'll just see what the analysis has to say first. But let's not waste any more time and get into this. Sauron versus the Lich King. 3, 2, 1, go! Boom, 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 boom. Alright, Sauron.
The Lord of the Rings.
Of the Rings.
The
Lich King.
Warcraft's Lord of the Scourge.
Evil has many shapes, but few can match the presence of these kings of blight and shadow.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our
One
job
ring
to
to
analyze their
rule them
weapons,
all.
armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Death battle. Alright, let's see.
Within the timeless halls, at the dawn of creation, the supreme god Eru and his angelic Ainur created all of existence through a single harmonious song.
But one of these angels just had to be a rebel. Melkor
Yep.
ruined that harmony,
Melkor.
giving the world its many, many imperfections. Like Wiz. Then after Messing Up God's hit single and going rogue,
Or Middle
Melkor
Earth.
took up a new name just to be even more metal. Morgoth.
Morgoth's power
Oh,
was
Morgoth.
impressive, daunting. Several Maiar, essentially lower-ranked angels, joined him in his frightening conquest of the world he had helped create.
And the greatest of these followers was one obsessed with destroying all life in the pursuit of bringing about complete order.
He used to be Myron, but under Morgoth's reign, he became the one and only Sauron.
As the bigwig of Morgoth's forces,
All right.
Sauron spent
What do they
thousands
start
of
with a
years bringing
necromancer?
Middle-earth to its knees.
He's
the
almost
enemy.
more a force of nature.
54,000
than anything
years.
else, able to create
Or no, 55
infernos,
pretty
cause
much.
country-spanning earthquakes, and even absorb souls.
And because he's a weird
Spirit of
angel
the One
spirit
Ring.
man, he can morph his body around his own soul however he wants, or just
Yep.
shed it like clothing and fight as a ghost.
He can morph far beyond that. He has appeared as something akin to both man and elf, attractive and devious. A werewolf, once thought to be the greatest
right.
wolf of all, and even a vampire.
Oh man, Tumblr's gonna go nuts with that.
Many of his greatest accomplishments are not due to his powerful magics and weaponry, but his inhuman cunning. Sauron is nothing less than a master of manipulation.
He's like if Loki and Satan did a fusion dance. He loves to trick someone with illusions, shadow magic, or just by toying with their sad, predictable, pathetic human emotions. Like when he convinced Saruman to join the evil side, who was basically a super wizard specifically meant to lead the charge against Sauron.
In some ways,
Yep.
Sauron is actually wiser than the master he served. In the most epic war to eclipse all other wars, humans, dwarves, elves, and more united to destroy Morgoth, casting what remained of Melkor into the void.
But Sauron saw it coming and bailed faster than me at a divorce hearing, just to
Ah.
go back up centuries later in the fiery pits of
It's of
Mordor.
There, the Dark Lord created a plan to conquer everything. He fooled the Elven Smiths into forging 19 rings of power and planted
19.
them among the leaders of Elven, Man, and Dwarven kind, all controlled by another ring he made in secret.
The One Ring,
To rule them all.
One ring
To
to
find them. One ring to bring them all. And in the darkness bind them.
Oh god, that's so epic. Think about poetry now. Forged in the fire of doom using part of Sauron's own soul, the One Ring amplified his power
Nearly
and let him
indestructible.
control
Yep.
the minds and actions of the other ring bearers.
The 9 kings of men were especially vulnerable and saw themselves reduced to twisted wraiths bent to Sauron's whim.
The
It
Nazgul.
wasn't any better for the less kingly humans. So much so that Sauron mind-controlled most of Numenor. We're talking about an island nation that could have had as many as 18 million people, and Sauron had them all at his creepy, pokey fingertips.
This led to retaliation from Eru, who had hardly directly intervened ever before, even against Morgoth. Eru sank Numenor, while Sauron was still on it. But the Dark Lord spirit persevered, indestructible even against the wrath of God.
Sauron used the ring to build himself a new body. It may have cost a lot of power, but he took a biblical event to the face and went right back on to being evil.
And yet,
Yep.
so much power into one object did
479
have
gigatons of
drawbacks.
It
force.
hit back hard when Isildur subtracted a digit from his hand.
The Warrior King did more than just cut off a finger. He took the ring and its power for himself. This act forced Sauron to retreat as a disembodied spirit, threatened by his own power in the hands of another. And should the One Ring be destroyed completely, Sauron's spirit could be rendered impotent beyond repair. It isn't all bad, though. The ring can turn you invisible, create visions of impending doom, and has one hell of a defense mechanism.
Yeah, who'd want to destroy it when it makes you want it? Has a will of its own, with promises whispered even the best of us can't refuse. The greatest poultry dinner ever, Boomstick. Bourbon, pecan, parmesan, turducken. It's so precious.
What did you just do?
What?
Wait.
It sounded delicious.
Did you eat the ring?
Or no ring. Sauron's
Hold
a
on.
beast.
I'm sorry. Rewind.
So precious.
What did you just do?
He just ate the
It sounded
freaking ring.
delicious.
Why?
Well, ring or no ring.
Oh my
Sauron's
God,
a beast.
Boomstick.
He's swatted away armies of soldiers, interrupted mountains.
Weather
with
manipulation.
sheer willpower.
Jeez.
He has total control over his own
Brutality.
speed and
Yep.
can modify his soul at will. So he can definitely resist someone like spooky ghost Celebrimbor trying to dominate his spirit.
And being among the strongest Maiar, the peak of Sauron's power is beyond that of Ose, a lesser Maya, which is specifically important because Ose single-handedly raised the island of Numenor.
Yeah, remember that island that got no one?
Wait.
That place. No wonder
That's-
everyone wants his ring. Who could turn down that much power?
Not Isildur. The hearts of men are
Easily corrupted.
and he kept the ring rather than destroy it. But in the end, the ring destroyed him and waited for its master's return.
Sauron was rebuilding Mordor into a world-conquering force. And
So
after
Gollum
a little
found
bit
it,
of
then
good
Bilbo-
old-fashioned torture, he found out the ring was in the Shire. The chillest, coziest, dopest place imaginable. Ah, man, when I retire, I'm gonna go live in a hobbit hole and just get lit 24/7.
And so
Yep.
began the War of the Ring. Sauron's forces covered the land, seeking both the ring and the downfall of man, always shadowed by the symbol of his ever-present influence, the Eye of
The
Sauron.
Eye of Sauron.
It was a slaughter fest. Middle
Mordor
Earth
to-
stood
from
no
Mordor to
chance.
Minas
Everybody
Tirith.
basically accepted death by orcs as inevitable. It was hopeless. The kingdoms of men would finally fall for good.
Save for the Dark Lord's truest weakness. Sauron's cunning and stratagems were impressive, sure, but ultimately, he never truly understood the people of Middle-earth. In his mind, absolute power was factually irresistible. He never imagined a mere mortal could ever, or would ever, seek to actually destroy the One Ring.
Against all odds and a whole lot of walking, Sauron was defeated.
A lot of walking
not by
that
the
was completely
Spartans
unnecessary.
or the armies of Middle-earth, but by the most unlikely creature imaginable.
A
Elijah
hobbit.
Wood.
Yet,
Ah!
even as a formless shadow, Sauron's legacy remains one of domination, treachery, and most of all, fear. Fitting for the being that represents, and I quote, as near an approach to the wholly evil will as is possible.
Damn.
On the distant
Okay.
planet of Draenor, destruction was imminent.
There's
The
a lot
orc
of lore that I
shaman
don't
Rooster
understand when it
prepared
comes
a
to
spell
these
with
two
his followers
franchises.
To tear the planet asunder, all to escape the fury of the demon lord Kil'jaeden.
But when Ner'zhul waltzed through the portal, Kil'jaeden was right there waiting for him.
Ner'zhul was forced to serve Kil'jaeden's will to ravage another world, Azeroth.
Azeroth.
Thus, he was
Yep.
transformed into the first Lich King.
Lich King.
This Lord of the Dead was sent to the continent of Northrend, but Kil'jaeden had one more twist for poor Zul. His body was gone, leaving just his spirit, which was bound to a set of armor sealed within a prison of magical ice. Man, this guy can't catch a break. Armor
Nope.
looks sick, though. He's gonna possess me if I put that on, huh?
From his frozen prison,
Yep.
the Lich King would begin his conquest, conjuring an unstoppable plague of undeath. Soon, this would threaten the lives of the kingdom of LOTR.
Okay, so that was a lot, but here's where our main guy finally shows up. Lordaeron's crown
Arthas.
prince and holy knight, Arthas Menethil. Yeah, his name does kind of sound like something your doctor would give you for fungus, but hey, no. Arthas is
Ha!
a badass. At 19 years old, he was considered one of the
29
best swordsmen in
years.
the world and had mastered nearly every weapon
Interned
he
at
could.
Blizzard in
Even with such a
2017.
skilled warrior as
Wow.
its prince, Lordaeron was already severely
Yeah,
pressured
he's
by a war with
definitely got
Horde,
not
so
nearly as much
zombie
experience as
plague was the
Sauron.
last thing Arthas needed. Compounding this even further, Ner'zhul managed to break free of Kil'jaeden's power and turned his attention toward creating a champion to lead his ever-growing scourge. Naturally, he chose Arthas.
Who was a stressed out mess to the point where he tried to stop the plague
Yeah.
by killing everyone in his own city. Holy shit! Yeah, he was totally losing it. So hearing
Yeah,
the creepy
he was
voice in
losing his
head
mind.
Really didn't help.
Long story short, in his efforts to protect his realm, Arthas discovered a rune blade and took it for himself. This was
Frostmourne.
the fearsome Frostmourne.
Surprise! It's the source of the Lich King's power. He was stealing souls and storing them within the blade. With this new ice-cold cleaver in hand, Arthas lost his soul and got a Death Knight makeover.
And so the former hero of light would lead the very scourge he previously fought.
And in time, Arthas would don the armor for himself, giving the Lich King a new, ultimate power. Walking!
Remember, everything the Lich
Wow.
King had done up until this point had been from his prison within a literal block of ice.
And this new Sauronite armor, wait, no, Saronite armor, is the
Yeah,
best.
I was
Like,
gonna
what
say.
was it doing stuck in ice all this time when it's made of old god blood and self-repairs? Screw you, blacksmith, you're never taking my hard-earned gold. I'll never have to get naked and die again.
By donning this
Okay.
dark helm, Ner'zhul and Arthas fused
Repairs
to
resistant
become
magic,
one,
reflects holy and
being
light magic.
far more powerful than either had been before.
He could effortlessly cover cities in
Shadowlands.
ice storms, murder hundreds with the
Whose
power
souls
of shadow,
directly.
and learn all of your secrets with the Eye of Acarus.
Azeroth's fate was sealed. Everyone was doomed.
See this guy? He's Illidan, a 15,000-year-old demon hunter with a bit of a chip on his shoulder. As a Death Knight, Arthas could take him down, even after fighting through a massive army to get to him. Against this new Lich King, Illidan never stood a chance.
This is important because Illidan had absorbed the power of Gul'dan, an orc warlock who, alongside his followers, raised the Broken Isles out of the sea, a massively powerful feat of magic.
The fact that Arthas, a mortal guy, beat him up is a big deal. Just imagine how kick-ass he'd be in full control of the undying Lich King powers. Oh wait, we don't have to.
Ner'zhul may have pulled Arthas' strings up until this point, but he had made a drastic miscalculation. Within the mind of
That
the
being?
Lich King, Arthas battled Ner'zhul for control and won. The power of Frostmourne, of the Scourge, of Undeath itself was now under the command of Arthas.
And by this point, he was just done. Like, with everything. We've all had one of those days, right? Where you see all of humanity is so pathetic they can only be saved by just killing them all, so you rip out your own heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, relatable.
Determined to end all life,
We all have
Arthas
days like
led
that.
his Scourge across Azeroth, spreading the plague to every corner of the world. He slaughtered every contender in his path, including legendary champions like this hero of the Horde, Dranosh Sarfang.
Who the Lich King bitch slapped to death in one hit, then zombified to serve him instead. Man, that didn't
Jeez.
go well.
The Lich King seemed unstoppable.
Only one thing could take him down. A 25-man raid team of the best nerds World of Warcraft servers had to offer. And
Yep.
that one guy who was just there because he was friends with somebody, but damn, he sucked.
With these,
Wow.
heroes triumphant, the Paladin Tyrion shattered Frostmourne with an equally legendary blade, ending the Lich King's vile reign.
But the Scourge doesn't work on Phantom Menace Battle Droid rules, so there must always be a Lich King to keep the relentless undead in check.
Yet no Lich King before or since ever matched the terror and malice Arthas brought to Azeroth.
Without a doubt, one of the most terrifying kings to ever conquer the world of Warcraft.
Ooh, man.
All right, the
That was
combatants
a
are set.
lot.
Run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for
For a
a
death
battle!
Undeath battle. Pause. Ooh. Ugh, damn. I'm actually having some trouble with this one. I want to lead towards Sauron because obviously bias, but ooh boy. Just some of the feats that they demonstrated for Warcraft seem to slightly outdo Sauron, but Sauron is unkillable, virtually. Like, he can only be killed through specific conditions in his own universe. And I know that... Excuse me. I know that, the Lich King can hurt people's souls directly, but is he able to counter some of the powers of the One Ring? I'm not sure. This is kind of one of those battles where I'm kind of leaning in the middle. So I think in the end I kind of just have to go with my bias, just to give a pick. So yeah, I honestly don't know where to lean on with this one, so I'm just gonna go with my bias and place my vote for Sauron. I just hope I'm right, but if I'm not, then claps for the Lich King. But I'm really hoping that the One Ring will still rule them all. So let's get this going. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Ooh. Another 3D animated fight. I'm liking this.
I shall claim what is mine. In this cold north, you will find only death.
Yeah, fight! Oh, undead hordes. Oh. Oh, that's right. He can possess other beings to work for him with the ring. Oh yeah, and he can manipulate his soul at will.
You will find nothing. Your efforts are for naught. I see
Man, this is getting good. Wait. What? Oh, is he absorbing his soul?
you serve me now. I serve no one.
Oh, there's the eye. He can manipulate his soul however he wants.
Witness the prophecy of your doom. You speak nothing.
Both of them have eye shenanigans. Oh, sorry. Bad time to adjust my mic.
There is no life in the void.
Void. Only death. Oh Oh, did he use the ring to absorb his soul? No way. KO! I was right!
Powerful before.
Woo!
Look out for supercharged Sauron now.
Despite the Lich
Oh
King's
my God.
impressive power, Sauron's might was absolute.
But not before he got the duel of his life in a crazy close bout. First up, both Dark Lords could counter pretty much any mind or soul screwing powers, making a lot of their usual tricks way less noteworthy in this match.
To be fair, the Lich King severely debilitated Sauron via his plague of undeath. Most physical bodies would not survive such a disease.
So Sauron just got rid of his body. Who needs
Oh
it?
yeah, he can cast out his
Especially
body
when you
whenever he
can
wants.
rebuild one or just start fighting as a ghost. Both things Sauron could do.
After all, the
Very
plague
easily.
is intended for organic mortal enemies and has
More
never
or less
infected
experienced
a
and
Another
less
smaller
powerful.
point for Sauron was his weakness. The Lich King was a clever bastard, but even with the Eye of Icarus, it would have been tough for him to decode and destroy the One Ring. Meanwhile, given enough power, Sauron would naturally end up destroying Frostmourne. He's kinda got a thing for breaking swords.
So
He
let's
does.
compare their power. While their highest limits are certainly nebulous, interestingly enough, some of the most impressive feats from both worlds involve lifting islands. As Sauron is a more powerful Maya than Osei, and the Lich King could reliably defeat someone with Gul'dan's magic, it is possible to gauge the difference in power by measuring the islands that were raised.
Keep in
Oh
mind,
boy, here we
Gul'dan
go.
had a bunch of help, so we're only giving him his share. Turns out, Osei was doing twice the work.
By examining official maps to determine the volume of the islands, we found a difference between lifting 2 quadrillion tons of rock versus 4 quadrillion tons, among further energy required to actually lift these through the ocean, of course. Both
Damn.
impressive, sure, but Sauron had the edge.
And for the final nail in the coffin, the Lich King might have been super scary, but he really wasn't around for all that long. At least not
Nope.
when compared to the experience Sauron has warring with the world for thousands of years.
The
Yep.
Lich King certainly posed a threat to Sauron, but the ruler of Mordor's awesome might, enduring spirit, and millennia of treachery proved him the superior Dark Lord.
Yeah, man.
Is that it?
What? Are you sour on the pun? I was pretty keen about it.
Oh my
The
God.
winner is Sauron.
Sauron. Let's go!
Hey, if you want more Death
Oh
Metal
my God, I
ASAP,
can't believe I was
grab a
right.
membership. You'll get exclusive emotes,
Woo!
badges, live chat, live streams, and a bunch of
Nice.
behind the
Okay.
scenes stuff.
And
Just
next
click that
one
join
is
button.
Deku
Thanks
versus
for
Asta,
watching.
right? Yep. Deku and Asta. Okay, this is one I'm a little bit nervous about because I really would like Deku to win this match, but I'm not entirely sure if Asta's numerous weapons could really affect him, because quirks aren't technically magic, but all of Asta's weapons are made for canceling magic, so I feel like the advantage would have to go to Deku, but again, I'll have to decide to wait for the answer for that one. But oh my God, I cannot believe I was right. I really thought at first that that the raising island speed was greater for the Lich King than for Sauron, but I guess I missed the detail that the one for the Lich King was done by multiple people, whereas with Sauron it was only done by one person that they could scale to. So okay, I'm so glad that I got that right. So far I'm 3 for 3. I'm doing way better than my last marathon where I did only where I got 2 wrong and then the last one right. But now I've gotten 3 in a row right. But let's see if I can get the last one right. Let's see if I can go 4 for 4. But anyways, we'll get to that when we get to that. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed that, make sure to leave a like so you help my channel grow, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And if you want to check out my social media, it's all linked in the description below. If you want to give me a follow, then that's great, but if not, totally cool. Thanks a lot for watching anyway. I'm the Crocodile King. Have a great one, people.